What's up, guys? Level by Level Gaming, and we're going to do a video on getting Retroarch onto your Android based phone, finding some games for it, and the basics of playing those games. So that's going to be the first part that you're going to need to do if you're going to use my method of pushing or side loading games onto your Fire Stick using your smartphone, just in case you don't have a PC or something of that nature that you can do so. Now, if you like that kind of thing, if you like my videos, please hit the like button. If you haven't done so, consider subscribing. Now let's get on with the show. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to your Play Store here and find Retroarch. I've already searched it. Just make sure you get the one with the little black and white logo there. Just to demonstrate, since I have already searched it, it is in my history. But if you start typing, you should see it's pretty popular. It should pop up pretty quickly. There we go, Retroarch, and you see the little icon there. So you go with that, install, accept. Shouldn't take very long. It's not a very large file. 100%. It's installing. Give it a few seconds. There you go. So it's installed, and we will open it. Now it'll go through an initial process, tell you welcome, extracting assets, creating a shortcut, that kind of thing. And then as you can see, it pops up really quickly. So you have load cores, load content, load recent, information, configuration, quit at Retroarch. For right now, we're just going to be concerned about loading your cores, loading your content. Content's going to be your games, so also known as ROMs. And then you have quit Retroarch. So now that we have Retroarch, let's go ahead and exit out here. Get out of Google Play completely. No, I don't want to talk. And let's go to a good old Google search. Now, it's already in my history because I've been searching ROMs. When you type this in here and just go, you're going to get a lot of results right off the bat. There's some news here about ROMs. You have some ROM sites. The first one that looks like it popped up here is ROM Mania. Then there's this emulator.games. Emu Paradise. Emu Paradise, I think, has been going through a lot of turmoil lately. It's been shut down. I don't know if it's back up and running yet. I haven't tested it. Cool ROMs, and some videos here. Good old YouTube. Some Reddit posts, suggestions, Wikipedia, blah, blah, blah. Just like anything else you search, you're going to get quite a bit of stuff here. So I'm not really promoting any particular ROM site. You're going to get a lot of the same stuff. It's pretty generic. Each one you go, they're all very similar. So let's just, for demonstration purposes here, go with the ROMs Mania. Now, just to cover yourself and just to put this out to you guys with downloading your ROMs, just be mindful if you're downloading a lot of ROMs you don't actually own the copy of. You're just doing that on your own at your own risk. Just keep that in the back of your mind. It's one of those real weird, gray, touchy subjects as far as, you know, owning a copy of the game and then being allowed to own a digital copy of the game. So now that I got that out of the way, with this site, it looks like you can do a keyword search. You got some popular consoles here, popular games, what are ROMs. There's probably some interesting information there, but that's not for me and not today. Now let's look at go back up to the top here. let's just do a ROM search since it's the first thing that you can do here. So let's say I wanted Super Mario Brothers. And of course, I've looked at that so much on my phone, I didn't have to type that out. It's already in there. Or the popular keyword populated, whatever, however you want to look at it. So, Super Mario Brothers, search. And one of the first things there is Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2. Let's just go with Super Mario Brothers and see what pops up. And that is the Nintendo Entertainment System, and it is the European version. So I feel good about that. I know it's not going to be something that's in a language I don't understand. And download will start. Downloading Super Mario Brothers. These things are so small, they go super quick. It is downloaded, and we can go back to the Retroarch application. So now that we've got content, if you went to just load your content, it's going to give you a whole bunch of options, and you're really not going to know where to look at first. But for me, you really just kind of play around with it. I've got storage emulated 0 here, downloads, and there it goes. But if you click on downloads or storage, you might have to do some digging to find it. Like I said, for me, it's this storage emulated downloads. Super Mario Brothers. Now let's load it and see what happens. Absolutely nothing. That's because with Retroarch, you have to have the emulators to do so. And to do that, you're going to have a core. So let's go ahead and click on load cores. I don't have any. We're going to have to go find some. Cores are emulators, and as you can see, there are a ton of these things in Retroarch. Let's go with the NES here, because that's what our content, our ROM, our game is. It's the original Nintendo or Famicom. Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. I would suggest, until you learn which ones you want or which ones work well for you, downloading them all, testing them. That's not what we're going to be doing on this video. I know that for me, Nestopia works pretty darn good, so I'm going to go ahead and download that. Now that I have a core, I can go to Contents, go back into this Storage, Emulated, Legacy. So once again, across the top here, you see Storage, Emulated, Legacy, Downloads, and Super Mario Brothers. Now, if we do that and load archive, bam, we are into some retro video game action here on our phone. Now, as you can see, I've got the phone flipped straight up and down, or I guess it's landscape is when it's on its side. So whatever you want to call that. If I flip it here on its side, just like any other application, you are going to get landscape mode, which is what it really is designed for, what works best to be played in. You can see you have your virtual keypad here, virtual select start, A, B, X, Y, so on and so forth. Now, across the top, you have some different options here. The one we're really going to concern ourselves with right now is that middle one. It looks like the original logo for Retroarch, and here you have resume, restart, close content, which is closing the game out. You have your save states and your save slots. So if I wanted to save Mario right here in the middle of where I'm at, I could hit save state, and it saved it to slot 0. It went real quick across the bottom, but that's where it saved it. If I want to, well, it looks like I went back into quick menu. There we go. I went out of the menu all the way back to the beginning. So under quick menu, if I wanted to load that state, I could simply click on load state, and you can see that it kicked me right back out to where that snapshot of the game was. So let's go ahead and start playing Mario here. Hit start. Now this Loud. Let me put that down so it doesn't talk over me. So there you go. So now you see that there are virtual keys here that I am not very fond of. I get killed right off the bat. Not the ideal way that I want to play Mario is tapping a screen. I guess you can get used to it, but it's just not the same feel as a controller. But it gets the job done. I am playing Mario. Something else you're going to notice is the sound is really quick on this, and I feel like Mario is running a lot faster than he normally does. You're not playing on the original console, guys, so you might get some just weird little hiccups like that. But it'll get the job done, and I'm playing Mario on my phone. So let's go ahead and tap this middle button here. I'm going to flip my phone back up, quit Retroarch, and just so you don't think I'm a Nintendo snob, let's go back to our good old ROM search here. And also, just to prove the point, I'm not highlighting ROMs Mania. Let's try this next one down. It's really going to be personal preference, where you can find good working games that just determines what site you go to. So this emulators.games. Let's see what we got. Okay, right off the bat under popular consoles, let's go with Sega Genesis. And just like with Nintendo and Mario, to me, if you're going to play Sega Genesis, especially if you never played Genesis, you got to try to check out the originals. So we've got Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, something I am noticing is, I don't know if it's my connection or what's going on, but this does seem like it loads a little slower than the ROMs Mania. But, I mean, who cares? It doesn't take that long anyway. If you like this site over another site, you'll find yourself coming back to it. Now, this is the EU European version. Let's go to download now. Oh, it's going to make you wait 10 seconds there. 4, 3, 2, 1. We are in downloading, and Sonic the Hedgehog USA European version. So there we go. So that answers that question. Just to verify, we got Super Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog. So they are in there. Let's go back to Retroarch here. Load content, load core. So we have a Nintendo core. We have to get a Sega Genesis core. So we're going to scroll all the way back down, alphabetical here. And we are going to find Sega Genesis. Now, even though this one says Sega Genesis Plus, I don't have a lot of experience with that core. So for safety's sake, I use Pico Drive for a lot of different things. So let's get Pico Drive here. It is downloaded. We can load our content, storage, emulated, legacy, download, and there is Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, let's load the archive. Sega. Love it. And there you go. We are playing some Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, this is running really well, actually. Like I said, once again, if I was going to do this on my phone, I'd have some kind of little stand or some kind of something. I think they sell attachments that are actually buttons that you can hit instead of having to tap the screen. But anyways, we are playing some Sonic. It looks good and it's playing well. So that is just the quick down and dirty on saving a game, getting a game on here, getting into Retroarch. Everything that you've seen is just to get you started. There are tons and tons of things that you can get into the deeper you get into that. Different options, overlays, screen overlays, I mean controls. You can go in there and work with your controls, especially if you get a controller on it. But if you just want to know how to get an emulator, get a game, get it going, get playing, there you have it. So let's quit and X out of Retroarch. That's pretty much it. So once again, it's been level by level gaming. If you like my videos, if you like what's going on here, please subscribe and check out the next video, which is going to be pushing these games from my phone using Easy Fire tools onto a Fire Stick device. So once again, thank you for watching.